Hey there, my Facebook friends. Who is out in Facebook land this morning that would like to say hello to me? Hello, 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 hello. My name is Kim Kenyon Smythe, and I am coming to you from sunny South Florida, where Alexa told me it's 76 degrees today, but it was sunny earlier, and now we have some rain. So if you are jumping on here live and can see that little red live icon ticker up in the left-hand corner, that means you are seeing me live and in the flesh. So tell me where you're tuning in from. Are you East Coast? Are you West Coast? Are you international? Where in the world are you saying hello from this morning? If you're coming back to watch the replay, give me a hashtag replay. Why? Because replay viewers are just as important as the live viewers. We know not everybody can be on here on Facebook Live at the same time. So you may come back later, tomorrow, next week, next month. I don't know when you're going to come back, but you may come back later. And when you do, I want to be able to say thank you to you and show you some replay love. Hi there, Danielle in Colorado. Thank you for saying hello. If you're new and have never seen me before, please let me know you're new, again, because I want to be able to say thank you to you. And if at any point you find any value in anything that I ever have to say, sharing is caring, and there is a sharing button below, and you can share, 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 share. So today is Tuesday, February 26, 2019. I almost said 2019, and it is 10:28 East Coast time. And I am, yes, in the kitchen again, wondering what I'm making today. Well, I'm putting some ribs in the crock pot today because normally, okay, ribs are kind of hard to cook sometimes. So I have cooked ribs in the oven and they were okay. And we cook ribs on the grill and they're okay. And I've cooked them in the crock pot a couple times and they're okay. But then I found out the secret to cooking ribs in the crock pot, and that's what I'm going to do today. Okay, it's so easy and simple. So it's kind of hard to see with these glasses on, but anyway, here I have my handy dandy crock pot with my rack of ribs. Now, it doesn't matter what kind of ribs you like. We will usually like to I usually prefer the baby back ribs versus the St. Louis style ribs, but it really doesn't, it just really depends on where you're getting them and how they are and this and that. So we have a grocery store where a lot of times they have BOGO. They'll have 2 racks of ribs, buy one, get one free. So this is my rack of ribs here in my crock pot, okay? Now, normally in the past, what I just would have done is turn the crock pot on, throw some barbecue sauce on, and that's it. But I Googled how to cook ribs in the crock pot. And it says, or Google, or the recipes, say to use a dry rub first, let it cook for several hours, then put your barbecue sauce on, okay? So, as far as the dry rub, okay, now, I didn't have anything special. I just went into my handy-dandy pantry cabinet, like my cabinet over there, and I just found a rub that I have. This is my Spicy Sicilian. It's a gourmet coating rub and multi-purpose seasoning mix. And it says it's a rub for grilling and broiling, and you just rub the mix into the moist meat or fish, and that's it. And so, I guess it was like 2 weeks ago, I used the dry rub on the ribs and let it cook all day on low. And then I went back later at the very end, like maybe 2 hours before we were ready to eat, and put the bottle of barbecue sauce on. OMG, they were delicious. So I'm going to take my dry rub, and as I said, I didn't really have anything special. I didn't go out and buy anything. I just looked to see what I had, and this is my Spicy Sicilian Gourmet Coating Rub. So I'm just going to take my rub, okay? I got to take these glasses off. I can't see. I can't see with those glasses on. And I'm going to coat both sides with the rub. Okay, I'm just sprinkling it on. And you know what? I don't have my reading glasses on, so if you are making comments, I promise I will come back and say hello to you and answer your comments and stuff. But I just wanted to talk to you about putting ribs in the crock pot because I never really thought about doing it, but it's so much easier. And as I said, I used to make them on the grill, and then I've made them in the oven in the past, and it just seems like I couldn't get them right. And you know how like when you go to, well, we've got a couple places here. You know, we've got a place called Rock and Roll Ribs. I don't know. It's the owner of a band. I have to ask Will. Rock and Roll Ribs, okay? Or, you know, like when you go to places and they have the fall off the bone, you know, and they've got the ribs that just, like, you don't even need to use a knife or anything, and you just pull them apart with your fingers. That's what I wanted to do because, like, I don't want to make ribs, or I don't want to have to buy ribs, or not buy ribs. I don't want to eat ribs that are where you have to gnaw them off the bone. You know, that's just kind of, so anyway, so as I said, my secret was a couple weeks ago, I just Googled how to make ribs in the crock pot, and the secret that they said, or the suggestion, one of those recipes, I don't know, said to use a dry rub first, cook them for several hours with the dry rub, and then just go back and put barbecue sauce on later. So I have my rack of ribs here in the crock pot. See right there? My ribs. That piece keeps moving. Anyway, so yes. So I have my ribs in the crock pot with the dry seasoning or the dry rub. So I guess now I buy my stuff like that, but I'm sure you could make your own rub if you wanted to. I'm not really sure what ingredients you would put in it, so that's why for me, easy and convenient is buying a container like this. Good morning, Karen, how are you? Buying a container like this and just throwing it on, okay? Ribs in the crock pot, put the top on, turning this baby on, and at the end, let me see, it's 10:30, so these will cook all day. So maybe like 4:30, 5 o'clock, I will take my Sweet Baby Ray, and this is Sweet Baby Ray's, and this is the honey barbecue sauce. You can pretty much use any type of barbecue sauce that you want out of a bottle, or you could make your own barbecue sauce. Those of you that make your own rubs out there and your own barbecue sauce, and Danielle for that Mississippi pot roast for the packets, I use the packets. I know that you make yours from scratch, but I'm making Mississippi pot roast again this week because my dad really loved the Mississippi pot roast. And so again, I was able to go to Winn-Dixie over the weekend. They were having a BOGO sale, and I got 2 really nice pieces of bottom round, 2 for the price of 1. So I'm going to make pot roast again, the Mississippi pot roast this week. But Danielle, I'm going to use the packets. I'm going to use the au jus packet and the ranch seasoning packet with the pepperoncinis and all that. So maybe tomorrow will be pot roast. But again, for those of you that make your own, kudos to you, because you know what? That is just way, 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 way out of my comfort zone. But you know what? I think it's great because a lot of people like to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. Personally, for me, I don't. So you can see my kitchen stays very, very clean, but I've been coming in here using my crock pot a lot, and I'm finding that I love it because I can put things on in the morning, and then when Will gets home, at 6 or 6:30, dinner is ready. So, just to kind of recap, we are making baby back ribs in the crock pot today. We have the ribs in the crock pot, and all I did was I rinsed them off first, and then, of course, I used a spicy Sicilian. This is called Sebastiano's. I think I got this, and it's an old world flavor. I think I got this at Penn Dutch. And this is a gourmet coating, rub, and multi-purpose seasoning for fish, chicken, pork, turkey. Could probably put it on anything. And then it says sprinkle to taste. So I coated the front and I coated the back. I coated both sides of the ribs with the spicy Sicilian dry rub. Put them in the crock pot, and then at the end, okay, which is going to make them really tangy and sweet because we're going to have spicy and sweet because we're using a spicy Sicilian rub, and then we are using a honey barbecue sauce. So, my Facebook friends, I will let you know how the ribs come out. But you know what? I made them a couple weeks ago and they were deliciousness where they fell off the bone and you didn't even need to use a knife. Because as I said, I hate to have ribs where like you're a dog gnawing on the bone. So we want the meat that just falls off the bone. Thank you, my Facebook friends, for tuning in to Say Hello with Kim in the Kitchen. So, my Facebook friends, thank you for tuning in to Say Hello. I hope you have a fabulous Tuesday wherever you're doing, wherever you are. Try It Tuesday, Terrific Tuesday, Transformation Tuesday, Tantalizing Tuesday, whatever it is. We have 3 days left in the month of February, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Have a lot of great things happening, goals that we're working on, teams that are growing. And, you know, I got to be in my office working. And so I can make dinner in the crock pot. And as I said, when Will gets home, dinner will be ready. But then I can smell the deliciousness throughout the house all day. So, my Facebook friends, I will see you soon. Mwah!